Okay, happy Sunday, everybody. So, another week has gone by, and I thought that I'd show you a little bit about what I've been doing this weekend with the blues.io note. You can see here, we've got a little picture of a stack I've got going. Can't see all of it, but right in the center there, screwed down, there's a little board, which is a note board, quite tiny. This is an NB-IoT board that I have, which basically is kind of build as a device that makes it really easy to get your sensor data off your sensors and out into the cloud. So we're gonna have a quick look at that. Now that's sitting down on top of a carrier board they provide, which enables me to, this particular carrier board, there's a few of them, it enables me to connect to a Raspberry Pi, which I've got, you can just make out down at the sort of the bottom of that stack. And up on the other side of the top, I've got our old friend, the Pimoroni Enviro Plus. And what I've had so far is I've got some software running on the Pi, which is the stuff I was using before to send sensor telemetry data from the Enviro Plus up into the cloud through Boolean and onto MQTT. We've talked about that before. So what I'm doing now is to migrate that onto a battery stroke solar powered system that we can leave pretty much anywhere running for periods of time all by itself and crowdsourcing environmental data. So first step is to get the note going, and I was really pleased to be able to say that that was really pretty easy. I've got this provisioned onto the Blues cloud. Now I can sort of show you that they've got something called Note Hub here, and you can see that I've got a device on Note Hub, which is the device that we were just looking at the picture of. I'll show you a little bit more about that in a sec. And what I want to show you is a really quick run through of getting a message into the Note Hub. And for that, I'm going to use the debug connection at the minute, which is a USB serial debug connection. There's a tool to let you talk to the device, and I'm going to use that to send some messages. That's going to go over the cellular connection over NB-IoT, which is LPWA, low power wide area networking, we all know and love. So that's going to go over NB-IoT through to this Note Hub portal in the cloud. And then when it gets there, I can show you that what I've done is I've set up a route. You see this, which is, let me just try to hide my window captures here, so I'll hide that. That's a little bit easier for you, isn't it? So here you can see what I'm going to do is when messages come into this hub, I'm going to forward them onto my MQTT broker at Dynamic Devices in the cloud, and we're going to forward it on a topic, which is a Note Hub, and these are going to be sort of replaced with the specifics of the device that I'm sending. We can change all this later on, it's just for demonstration. So if we sort of plug that back in, over on this terminal here, you can see I've got a standard Mosquitto subscription utility subscribing to anything on the Note Hub topic. And so what we should see is that when I send some information into my little note, that'll go through the cloud, through this Note Hub system, through my broker, and appear magically back on my laptop on the subscription. Again, we're lucky. Fingers crossed. So let's put this window back up. That's where I'm going to talk to the note. And so this little note card command that they've written, Go, because all the cool kids use Go nowadays, don't they? I can run an info command on this, and in theory, if I had I'm going to try and sort of reconnect that port. Where are we going here? It's this one. 1, 2, 3. Connect that back in. Oh, my mistake. They use this ACM0, which is more of a modem kind of terminal than USB. So we'll try that. Cool. Okay. And what we get is we get a bunch of information out of the note. It's connected to a Let It Be project that I've created. Great name, you like that? Yeah, boom, boom, very good. It's got a device ID, the bits and pieces, and the specifics of the cellular connection, and so it's basic stuff, temperature and voltage, and seemingly there's a GPS in there as well. It's really nice, just does what it says on the tin. I like it. Got that going really, really quickly. So with that alive and talking to us, I can now issue a note. I mean, they're kind of basing their message passing paradigm on this thing that they're calling notes. So we're going to send a note into the device, which could be anything, but we're just putting a bit of JSON together, temperature and humidity that we've made up. But in future that will be real values coming from the sensors that I have here. So what we do is we'll pass that note into the board, and that's worked. And then what we'll do is we'll tell the board to do a synchronization. And that's basically telling it switch on your modem, get on the cellular network, send the information to the lovely people over at Blues. And if I go back to my devices and I look at this one, the last time this was seen was 36, which was just before I started talking to you folks. And what that probably means is that it's now going through its connection exercise, because it takes a little while to get the modem spun up and onto the cellular network. So if I now, it's now about 149 here. So if I refresh, we are still not showing anything last seen from the modem. Oh, there we go. It's just happened. So 149, which is now, was when we were last online. So we should be able to look at, and it also gives this thing a nice little, graph of the data that's received on the voltage and temperature from the device. And if we look at events, we should be able to see that the last thing that was transferred was just now a minute ago, that humidity and temperature note that we sent. So how fantastic is that? So that was really, really easy. Now what should have happened, I mean, this is nice, this is good, but I've got my own infrastructure and setups and ways of doing things and ways that I want to handle data. So I need to get that data somehow. And in terms of open data, make it available to you, of course. But what I'm going to do there is I'm going to make use of this route that we talked about. And what should have happened is that humidity and temperature data, and indeed look at that, it has been forwarded onto my broker, and it's appeared in our subscription window here, and I should have. Can you see it? Can you get there before me? I think that's it. Oh, I'm moving the wrong window there. But you can see in the body there's humidity and temperature, and that's what we sent through. So that's great. So that means now I can get data, sensor data, any kind of data of my wishes into my little remote sensor, which I'm going to put anywhere I like, running off batteries or solar, and I can get that into an MQTT broker, which basically means I can do what I want with it. I can put it in databases. I can use our Ming stack, which is a conversation for another time. That's Mosquitto, InfluxDB, Node-RED, and Grafana, which is a kind of componentized stack for taking, storing, analyzing, and displaying data. But the first part of that is Ming, is Mosquitto. So if I can get the data into Mosquitto, then I can do more or less anything with it. So that's really good. That's great. But that is just me going through a debug session. So the next thing to do is to change that around a little, and I can use what seems to be a rather nice serial over I2C framework, again from these Blues guys, so that I can sit on the Raspberry Pi, grab my sensor telemetry that I have in the past been sending over Wi-Fi over MQTT, and I can squirt that over kind of a serial-like connection, which actually will go over I2C into this note card, and then the rest of it will be the same. It'll go through the note hub here and into my broker, and then I can take it and do my stuff. So let's have a go at that in the next one then, yeah. Okay. Well, good afternoon. Bye bye. Oh, and if you need to come back on any of this, you want to ask any questions, you want to make any comments, hopefully nice ones, I'm at embedded_IoT on Twitter. Alex, thank you, and bye bye.